All right, folks. This is a very different video. I've never talked about where not to roll. Where not. And this is kind of common sense, but sometimes we tend to have a spirit of explorers and we go in the wrong directions. So I want to share my goof ups and to make sure that you don't do the same goof ups I did. I think it's really important not to do the goof ups I did. So let's start with the first one, which is deep gravel and sand and loose, soggy dirt or soggy grass. You've heard about my incident when I slipped off the sidewalk and I got stuck in the grass, just one wheel, and I thought, oh, no problem. I'll just push my wheelchair to steer back onto the sidewalk. Well, nope. It bounced off the edge, and then I had all three wheels on the side of my wheelchair in the mud, in the grass, and I was sinking. I was like, oh no. I was lucky that the landscaper was still there and he was just driving off, and I waved him down. He came and he pulled me out. But that was a big oopsie. So deep gravel or deep sand is also a big oopsie for any wheelchair user. I don't care if it's power. I don't care if it's manual, but we cannot do those unless you're in a wheelchair that is made that has very round made wheels for that type of terrain. Uh, but or the tractor type wheelchairs. But gravel, deep sand, and mud are not for us. There are some limits to our wheelchairs. Section 2. All right. Steep hills with no handrails or uneven pavement. Now, right now, with the crappy batteries I have, I wouldn't even make to the top of that hill. My batteries would just run out and I'd get stuck in the middle of the hill. So, and it really depends too on the degree of angle, that the hill is at. For some power wheelchairs, it's not good for us to do that. Unless you have lithium batteries that are recently charged, you might get to the top, but your batteries are going to go down significantly. You'll get back home, but your batteries will take a hit. And for manual wheelchair users, I think some like the challenge. However, it's going to really put a strain on your shoulders. So I would look for another route. Definitely. So, steep hills. I would avoid those at all cost. Old buildings without accessible entrances. Well, yeah, that's an obvious one. Um, and if it's an old building that you really need to get into or would like to get services that are inside this old building that it's not accessible, then you might have to talk to the landlord or to the manager to see if they will bend and make a ramp or an entrance for wheelchair users. Sometimes old buildings are historic buildings and they don't have to, but if they want business or they want to really help the disabled, they will do it. Even though they can get around the law, but they do have permission to get around the law if they are historic building. If they are just an old building and not a historical building, then by law, they need to put in a ramp, period. So you can hand them a note, call them, leave them a message. I need to get services from so and so. I cannot get into your building. I am a wheelchair user. Could you please set up a ramp somewhere? So um, that would be important. Or talk to the the agency where you need or the venue you need services from, and just say, hey, your landlord needs to set up an entrance for wheelchair users, so please let's get that moving. So there's a variety of ways that you can do it. So all buildings. Now this one is an important one, and you need to work on that one because this is a skill that takes time to develop. Narrow aisles in certain stores or restaurants. Now, for restaurants, the good thing is that usually the waitress or waiter will guide you to the bathroom. I had that happen in several restaurants already, that the waitress or waiter will walk me through, an area where he or she knows I'll fit, in either manual or power wheelchair. So the last restaurant I was in, the waiter walked me all the way to the bathroom. I was very appreciative of that. I got through just fine and got back out just fine. So the other thing is, you have to look, if for stores, you have to be like a scout. Just kind of look over the terrain and see what it looks like. If there's some place you really want to get to, you might have to go a different route, or you can ask one of the storekeepers to help you out so you can get to XYZ section. But it's good to kind of survey the area when you're in a store, especially clothing stores, because sometimes they cram too much in certain areas, and you really want to get to that section, but it's blocked by too many clothes. So let a storekeeper know, and they'll help you out. They want your so so don't hesitate to get some help, because they want your money, and you need the clothes. So so it's a good deal all the way around. All right, folks. If you had a wheelchair oops moment, share it below. We'll all learn together, and that's what this community for wheelchair users is for us to share our variety of experiences. Hit the like button if you've ever gotten stuck anywhere, somewhere you shouldn't have been, like wet grass with mud underneath. All right, folks, I want you to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and watch the next video coming up. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.